Ah, you are awake. Strange. It's not often you find someone sleeping in the Enchanted Forest. You must be incredibly brave to fall asleep here, or incredibly foolish. I am unsure of which one you are. And your name? Ah, I... Forgive me, Your Highness. I did not know that the prince... Ah, I see. You are most gracious, my liege, to not punish a poor trapper as myself. It is an honor to be here at your feet. Ah, no, do not get up on my account. It is just fine, if you remain laying there. This area is safe. It is within my territory. Oh well, I suppose no one owns the Enchanted Forest. Though it belongs to those who have made their home within its trees, it can be dangerous if you are unaware of the beings and creatures that trek through its hollowed ground. So you are taking a nap. I did not mean to wake you, Your Excellency. How about I make up for it? I shall do my best to help lull you back to sleep, and in turn, I shall watch over you until you decide to return to the castle. What are you doing here, in the forest? You seem to have a basket with you. Ah, gathering herbs for the great Magus Ambrosius? So even one of the royal family must bend to her whims. Oh, you are a student of hers. She must have sent you out as a task towards your education, and yet here you are, having fallen asleep. What have you collected? May I take a look? Ah, a mid-spring Mayflower. They are rare, especially outside the very month of May, though it is not impossible to find them. You can always tell by their bright, soft petals. They are shaped as if they are little hearts. Ah, and of course, the intense, powdery yellow center. The pollen spreads so easily, and yet it is fragile, hard to survive in winds and rains. It is one of the reasons why they are so hard to find. Ah, but they look pleasant against your skin, your worship. Is that strange to say? Let's see. What else have you managed to find? Ah, a green grove. Such a sprightly color. And in just large clusters as well. At least they are easy to find, what when their intense green color. They smell like honey. Honey and almonds. What a pleasant combination. They are used for flavoring of meats, you know. I wonder what purpose they serve for magic. Ah, yes. Orange tears. Such a strange name, but the color says it all. Do you know why they are called this? They look like plain orange flowers now, but once a day, at dawn, it is said they shed a single tear. This little dewdrop tear is said to boost magical properties. I have heard it is able to do many things, such as heal wounds or cure blindness. I wonder if it is true. Perhaps it is something to inquire the great Magus about. There are so many plants in here. Even this one. Ah, the black crawler. Such a strange vine, black as charcoal, but small, tiny veins of blood red buried deep inside. They glow at night. I use them for marking trees and even traps, so I do not accidentally bump into them, and it attracts the animals. Quite a deadly thing, indeed. I hear they make good ink. I'm sure that is not the only thing they are used for. Such a foreboding plant. Perhaps it even has its roots in dark magic. Don't you agree? Everything else here is of the mundane variety. Sage, roses, blackberries. So even magic uses normal things. It is quite interesting. I have seen magic, but I have never used it before myself. They say magic is difficult to learn, and you must have the blood for it besides. Someone from the royal family must have ample amounts of ability to learn something so elusive. I am sure you enjoy studying it. Or am I wrong? Did you take a nap here because you grew bored? You chose a good spot to nap. The grass is incredibly soft here, and just enough sunlight comes through the trees to warm the body, and not be too overbearing. I come here myself often. It is the reason why I found you here, after all. You stole my most coveted spot. But I should be blessed, yes. 'Tis not often one finds royalty within their midst. May I lay down beside you? Yes, this is more like it. Nothing like kicking back and forgetting all your problems, yes? Though I'm sure someone such as yourself does not have the same trivial worries a commoner does. I'm sure they're still hard, though, just troubles in a different way. There's no need to tell me about them, unless you want to. Do you? It's just fine. But it can always wait until later, yes? For now, we should just concentrate on lying back and enjoying the warm rays of the sun. You can always hear the birds chirping. The forest is so peaceful this time of day. Everything's warm, with light kissing the face on each cheek, the scent of flowers rising up into the air. The gentle heat starts right in your neck, doesn't it, laying on the ground like this, and it spreads up to the chin, then cheeks, and down to the collarbone, sometimes skipping the shoulders, down to the chest. And your heartbeat. It is sometimes hard to find the heartbeat. But if you listen, pop-up, pop-up. Well, that was me. But if you're quiet, very quiet, sometimes you're lucky enough to catch a glimpse of a forest fairy. Tiny things they are, no bigger than your thumb. They flit around, fast as hummingbirds, bright as a twinkle of a star in a rainbow of colors. a pink one, a blue one, and green. Ah, but only the powerful ones are green, able to blend in with the forest, bend it to their will. I catch them in a little jar at my house filled with honey. They're unable to resist sweet honey, you know. They fight the little bees for it. They usually lose. Why would I want to catch a fairy? Who would not want to catch a fairy? Their wings are iridescent, their eyes bright like gems. Shake them in the jar and they light up. Ha! I suppose it is cruel to shake them, but fairies are a dime a dozen in these woods. I use them to follow a path, then let them go. There are no lights in the Enchanted Forest, not like the castle town you are from, Your Grace. If you caught a fairy, what would you do with it? I have seen them for sale in the castle town, mainly to potion makers. Such a cruel fate. Others are toys for children. Fairies have a short lifespan, you know. Many only live a single day, blossoming from a flower, emerging from a dewdrop. They hurry about, mate, then do other things, light up the sky, pollinate the flowers, steal honey from bees. A few live longer, though. I have heard there is a fairy queen who has lived a long life, watching over the coming and going of her large clan of children. They say she was blessed eternal life by the king of the forest, who was enamored by her beauty. Ah, I wish I could catch a glimpse of such a wonder. Fairies look like little plant people. Does she resemble a tree, a flower, a mushroom? Or is she more human than that, or less? I have always wanted to meet the king of the forest. He must be a dashing thing, you know. Everyone believes him to be an old man with long beard. But I have heard the whispers of the forest, of beings not quite human, or almost animal. He has eyes all around, keeping watch over the creatures of the Enchanted Forest, and all whom find shelter under his leaves. I have seen his wonders, even a lowly trapper. There have been times I have been shielded from rain or the whipping winds, or I have been lost and then suddenly found back home, or with mysterious food to last a journey. 'Tis the druids that live here, certainly, messengers of the king of the forest. I wonder, has the king ever met the king of the forest? Two kings, can you imagine, across from each other? I would imagine the magus, as long-lived as she is, has laid eyes upon the king of the forest. Even a glimpse would be astounding. How many people have ever seen him, and not as just a ray of light or a winged bird? That is something that even you, Your Highness, would be honored by. He is king of the forest. I wonder, then, if he favors the color green. I rather love the color myself. It is a reminder of the vast expanse of trees, the plush green grass, of sprouting plants like the green grove, and of tiny little frogs that hop around in dew. But Perhaps that is too typical for a revered king of the forest. It could be that he favors the colors of a particular bloom, such as that of pink, or the mid-spring Mayflower, or the orange tear, or, the tranquil indigo of the midnight silk. It would be fitting for him to covet the color of such a rare flower. But even that may be too simple. It is almost egotistical of me to attempt to decipher anything of the great king himself. Who could truly comprehend what he thinks? A being who has lived ages and ages, countless millennia. He would be able to give all who asked him so much wisdom, but he remains hidden, deep within the trees. No, not as a deer would, or a fairy. He is truth within them, inside of them. He is every rustle of the leaves in the wind, every chirp of a bird, or the trickle of a stream, the light in the dew under the dawn, the moment of the peak in which a flower blooms. We should thank such a magnificent being, thank him for all he has given us. As a trapper, I have to thank him every day. I take the lives of animals for food, for fur. Nothing is left untouched. It would be a disgrace to the animal who has given us its life. I must show my respect in any way that I am able. I must also give back to nature in any way I can. I wonder if someone who lives high, high above in the castle, with the towers hidden in the clouds, has to worry about such things. The Enchanted Forest is not your home. The castle town is safe from it, far removed from the trees. You must have walked quite a distance to get here. Did you take a horse? You must have, or the magus is quite an unforgiving master. I hear, however, that she is incredibly beautiful, a pleasure to gaze upon, with fair, silver hair and dark skin. Does her beauty make up for it at all? I can only wonder. It's comfortable, laying down at your side. There is something different about knowing you are beside royalty. I can almost feel myself getting a bit sleepy as well. But I made a promise. While you sleep, I will watch over you. I will keep you safe. With me here, nothing bad will befall you, Your Highness. So please, you may drift off as you wish. Sleep away any of your worries, your anxieties. They have no place here. Not in the Enchanted Forest. Here, any wish can come true. Anything is possible. Even the simplest or most complex of things. Let your concerns melt away. Embrace sleep. There's nothing to worry about. I will be here. So please, sleep well, Your Highness. Sleep well.